right.
Yeah.
You ready?
We got bones to
This
pick.
is hardcore versus twist mode.
All right, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Get ambushed.
Twist on a beat.
The red light is blinking again, and that means we're recording another episode of 3 Men and a Babyface. I am Kaiser Soze, and as always, I got with me Sonic Nerd. What up, Sonic?
Hello.
And I got my frat brother right here, Neil Gotenks. What's cracking?
Filthy casual.
And Smooth. Show me that T-shirt, man. What's going on with that popping
N64.
tags, man? Ooh.
Wow. Old school.
All-time great system right there. All-time great system. All right, well, listen, guys. We got to talk about something that's been hot on our minds, and we're talking about video games, playing it on easy versus playing on normal versus playing on hardcore, Madhouse if you're playing Resident Evil 7. The point is, we all here have a pretty strong take on how you should be playing this game. And the reason that this has come up, if you've been watching the show, you know that Smooth has been calling out his little cousin, Sonic Nerd, been calling him out on his trophies because he just saw that your boy's been playing games on easy.
Whoa,
and first of all,
hold
Sonic,
on.
hold up, man. You got to defend yourself right off the jump, man. What's up?
You're not telling the story correctly, okay?
Fill us in.
First of all, okay, so as many people know, we have our own private little hangout. We chat about the show and little topics here and that. So one day, Smooth decides he's going to take a screenshot of my trophy list, right? And after doing hours of investigation...
If you're going to tell the story,
can I finish
tell
the
it
story?
right.
Wait, can I finish the story?
Go ahead.
After hours of investigation, he discovered that I played and finished Uncharted 2 and 3 on easy. And I want to preface by saying that it wasn't Uncharted 2 and 3 on PS3. It was Uncharted 2 and 3 on the PS4.
Okay, listen. First
Yo,
of all,
hours.
Start of
He
the
spent
facts.
hours doing
This is
analysis.
fake
Smooth.
news. This is
Smooth.
fake news.
It was a work day, man. We're all
And it was
professionals.
a work day.
No,
I'm an
no.
engineer, database
So-
administrator, PMs. Like, what the hell are you doing at 1 p.m.? Look at him scratching his eyebrows.
All right, hold on.
He's playing
Hold on.
right now.
Let me defend myself for a second. Number one, when I finished Uncharted 2, when I finish certain games that I know other people have played, you know, I'll go to the trophies and I'll compare and see who got what, who got a higher score, whatever. When I finished Uncharted 2, I went to Sonic and I compared trophies and I saw, wait a minute, he got the one that he finished the game on easy. Then he was like, well, I lowered it for this one level and put it back. That's why I didn't get it. So I'm like, okay, cool. When I finished Uncharted,
okay, cool. But go ahead.
When I finished Uncharted 3, oh yeah, I'll let you know about it here and there. When I finished Uncharted 3, I did the same thing. I was like, oh, let me see what he got.
So
and
both
again,
games, he did this
it
for
was
both games.
easy. Yeah.
Okay,
All right, hold on. The logic, just really quickly, the reason why I completed those games on easy is because I had already completed those games on medium difficulty on the PS3.
So can I chime in here?
You were singing a different tune. Like, if you would have said that from the beginning, it's like, okay, cool, that makes total sense. But first you were like,
all right.
well,
But
I dropped it.
Fine, guys, fine. Let's put
No,
that
but
aside.
But nah.
Let's put that aside, guys.
Both
Listen.
are true, though. Wait,
Listen,
both are true.
this isn't. We're not investigating and interrogating Sonic here. This isn't of whether or not Sonic actually did play it on. What we want to talk about here is whether you should be playing games on easy, considering who we are. And I want to say real quick that we are hardcore gamers here. We are people that don't just play games. We talk about it in hangouts. We make a podcast about it. We talk about marketing. We talk about development time. We talk about shit we have no fucking reason talking about it. Like, we own stock in these damn companies. We love games. We're hardcore gamers. So should we be playing on easy, which in some games is casual, or should we be playing on normal, or should we be playing on hardcore, or the next level up?
Can I
Before I give it to Neo, because I think Neo, I don't want to make this a 3 against 1, and everyone's gonna go against Neo.
I'm like bursting at the seams right now.
Smooth has got a strong take. Smooth is the first opposite. I want to hear Smooth tell me, what do you feel about this whole playing games on easy, man, from the jump?
All right, so I'm an old school gamer. I mean, you know, games back in the day, you grew up on games where you die, you start from the beginning. You know, you get to a certain point, and you got to write down a long password. If you miss one bubble, you're starting all over again. So it's like, these are the games where as kids, we're throwing our controllers against the wall because we can't pass a certain part. And then we finally go, and we finally beat it, and we're like jumping for joy and super crazy about it. Nowadays, like you have.
Oh wait, your argument is a nowadays argument.
Hold on. So nowadays you get games.
Nowadays.
Hold on. You got games with regenerating health. It's like you get shot. It's like, well, let me stand still for a little bit. So the games as a
that's
whole.
not normal.
Yeah. So games as a whole are easier than they were. So if you started off a new game, the default is usually normal. So if you're going down from normal, which is already easier, to play on even easier mode, I mean, come on.
Hold on.
I'm with him on that. Listen, that's my whole problem with this is that we are hardcore gamers. The easy mode in some games is called casual. We shouldn't be playing it on casual. Sonic, you're next. I'm skipping over Neo
because you got to make a conscious decision to go lower.
It's
Sonic. You've done it now. You've done it. But I guess there's criteria. What Sonic is saying is that there's criteria. It's okay in certain occasions to play on easy. Tell us the criteria.
So here it is. So Uncharted, in both cases, in Uncharted 2 and 3, what we were talking about before, that was my second playthrough. I think it's okay. I think it's okay to play a game on easy when it is your second playthrough. Case in point, Ace just finished Resident Evil 7, and he's going to go back and play the game on easy to speed run through it, right, to get a secret weapon. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I think if you start the game on easy, then I think that exposes a few problems. Now, I know some people might say, well, you experienced the same narrative, this and that, but remember that game developers balance the game for an optimum difficulty, and they do so for a reason. They do so because they want you to be exposed to certain mechanics.
That's right.
That's not true. Yes, it is true. That is not true. That is
Neil,
not
defend your stance.
That is not true. That is wholeheartedly not true. Mechanics are the same regardless of the difficulty. Now, what changed? What is variable? Okay, ready? Difficulty is not a mechanic. What is variable when you go and you say easy, normal, hard is the difficulty. Now, for example, let me give you Resident Evil, right? Do any of the mechanics...
Neil, this is why, before you get into that point, I want to rebuttal that first comment, okay? Here's why I disagree with you. You're right. The difficulty doesn't change. It isn't a game mechanic, but because you play the game differently, then the mechanics change.
What do you
like? You play the game differently.
No, that is not true. That is not true. That is not true.
Okay, give me the Resident Evil example. Let's
use Resident Evil. Let's use The Last of Us. Whatever, right? So if you dial up the difficulty, right? The enemies still behave the way they should. The only thing is they may be amped up. They may be faster. They may be in bigger mobs. But at the end of the day, an enemy archetype is the enemy archetype. It doesn't change.
No way. The game is totally different on easy to normal.
Okay.
Here's why, Neil. Here's why. Oh, go ahead, Smooth. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say because it changes the way you play. Because like that's part of the reason why. Like when I played through Uncharted 4 and Uncharted 2, I thought the game was too easy. Like I run out into the field, I know I can take a chance and stay shooting a little bit longer or run through this section and not have to worry about it. But when you're taking more damage,
because you're a bullet sponge.
Right, but if you are taking more damage and you have to stop and think, let me sneak, let me go stealth, let me hide behind this, let me approach it a different way.
But that's not true. That's not true. Because you can still play stealthy regardless of the game type.
But you don't have to. Because now it's like, I can run out, I'll get shot 20 times, it doesn't matter.
At the end of the day, this my take on this whole thing is that it doesn't matter how you choose to play. For example, I put in at least, let's say, between 10 to 15 hours a week of video gaming. Guaranteed, right? I don't care whether I'm playing a game on easy, normal, or hard. I don't care what I don't care what Sonic, I don't care what Soze, I don't care what Smooth is playing it at. You guys get brownie points because of achievements, but that's it. And to me, I'm not an achievement whore. So at the end of the day, I don't care.
All right, go ahead, Sonic, because I'm gonna kill this argument.
No, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna kill it right now.
Go ahead.
If let's say in Destiny, right? If I could choose easy mode on the raids, are you saying the experience is the same?
I do it. Look, what are you talking about? There's normal and there's hard. I will tell you right now, right? I would do a raid. You have to do a raid on normal and then do it on hard, right? Sometimes it's just not worth it. You know why? Because the same you experience the same thing. You experience the same thing.
Here's why it's not the same.
The approach.
Here's why it's not different. And I'll give Resident Evil an example. Okay, because I played every Resident Evil at least 3 times. Resident Evil 4, I played it through a few times. Listen, if you go downstairs in the basement on easy mode, you're gonna find two black like zombies, right?
Okay.
These two black zombies. And if you're playing on easy mode, run by them bitches. Run. Just run by them bitches. Okay. If you play it on normal, there's 5. And you cannot
but once
run by
again, but
any
guess
of them.
what? But guess what?
So
But guess
wait
what?
Wait a second. If you played it on easy, you're gonna have an easier time. The game is not as stressful and as scary as it will be to me. And
no, ready.
It is scarier for me. When I go down those stairs, I know I have 5 bullets.
Ready? You're playing Monday morning quarterback. So two things here. You just proved my first point where I was saying mechanics don't change, enemy mobs increase. You just gave a good example of that. Secondly, at the end of the day,
but the experience is different. You're missing my point of that.
Yes, I agree with you.
The experience is different. So that's what I'm saying is the developers intended you to play it on normal. So they put 5 zombies down there.
However, you are playing it Monday morning quarterback where you've done it already on normal. So you know now as a seasoned vet, oh, if I see 2 zombies, what's the big deal? But on a person who's playing it on their first playthrough, they're going to be as spooked of those 2 zombies, whether they can defeat them easily or not.
Here's
no,
why.
because they can just
You're
run.
going to also have a lot more bullets.
No, but who's
right?
to say? Who's to say that you would run first? That's the thing. That's another point. That's the whole thing with Resident Evil. Who's to say that you would run first? You know what I mean? Who's to say that you don't see 2 zombies on the floor and you would just stare and slowly try to bait them into moving?
Here you go. If they get up
always works in video games.
When they get up on easy mode, Neo, you're gonna have 20 bullets. So you're gonna react differently than me, who's gonna play it on hard mode or normal mode, and is gonna have maybe 2 bullets.
Okay.
What I'm saying is what you're playing is not what the developers wanted. They didn't intend it to be that easy.
So then why is there an easy mode period?
For millennials.
For casual people.
No, I don't
it's not for me and you.
Give me a break.
It's not for me and you, man.
Okay. So let me establish.
The experience is
I
not
am not saying before everyone goes crazy. I'm not saying that I play all games on easy. I'm saying that it doesn't matter to me what difficulty it is that anyone else plays the game at. I don't care if I don't have enough time. If I decide to play it on easy, I play it on easy. At the end of the day, I'm gonna get the same experience to me.
No, you won't. That's what I'm saying. Is you won't get the same experience.
No, you think
that is actually
that is your opinion.
You know what this goes back
That is
to?
your opinion.
Hold on. You know what this goes back to? See, Neo and Sonic grew up in an era where everybody got a first place ribbon. Everybody got a trophy.
I'm your age. What are you talking about? I played the same games you did. I played the same games you did. You know what the difference is? You know what the difference is? Not all of us have all the time in the world to play video games. So, for example, right, while some of us are working and diligently working, some people are playing Uncharted 3 to try to beat the achievement count, to try to test. I know that you made it to chapter 22, but I just beat
argument is another day. The achievement argument is another day. But this is where I disagree with you, Neo, is that I think that, yes, you will get the same narrative. If you're worried about story, you're going to see the same story, but you will not get the same experience. And in a game like Resident Evil, where to me the only experience is scares. Because listen, all right.
But how do you?
The scary part
that's
about
what I don't
Resident
understand.
Evil, Neo, the scary part about Resident Evil are not the jump scares. You're not going to be scared because someone's going to jump out at you. And it's not going to, I mean, we're grown ass dudes. It's not like we're afraid that there's really zombies underneath our bed. The thing that's scary about it is that you're going to go downstairs and you cannot fight these guys. On easy mode, you can.
But
on easy mode, you can fight them. You're going to stand there and just
I agree.
That is not the same experience.
I agree with Neo on one point. I disagree with what you're saying, Ace, about the experience is totally different.
I know it is.
Because
I
think there's certain games that the experience is different, but for the majority, I would say that if you play the game on easy and if you play the game on medium, if you get around the water cooler, you're talking about the same moments.
I'll give you a good example. Right? We're playing through Gears. We're playing through Gears on hardcore, right? Right? Do you think the game is any different if we would have played it on normal?
No, it just would have been easier. It just would have been easier.
That's my point. But Neo,
wasn't the fun part about Gears the fact that we were getting one shot at every once in a while? Wasn't that the fun part? The fact that we were literally playing the same level one time for like 45 minutes. Hold on.
Ready.
If we didn't do that,
the 45-minute part was not fun at all.
And it was for me.
Guess what? How many days did we...
We're split where some of us enjoy a challenge and being able to not just going through killing everyone.
Here you go, Smooth. Here's a perfect example. We'll bring up Gears.
Like you want to like me. If I'm playing through a game and I'm not dying at all, I'm not having any fun. I'm like, this is too easy, and that's just the way it is.
Here,
That's
Neo,
why
this just happened with me and Neo. So here's a perfect example. Me and Neo just played Horde mode on easy. The entire Horde mode. We beat it in like an hour and a half. I was bored out of my mind. I literally told these guys, don't come to the right side. Just give me the whole right side. Because at least I would die.
And you know what? He would die all the time, and we'd have to go and revive him every single time.
I didn't want to just stand there and just shoot. It was so fucking boring. Guys, we beat it without even understanding the mechanics. That is not the point of Horde mode.
What do you mean?
Horde mode, this is what Horde mode is like, Neo. Horde mode, if you remember, Horde mode was your entire team is down, you're the last one alive, and there's guys with shotguns chasing you. And you just run for cover. Just run. You're the last one.
Running
and then
for
you
cover
die at level
doesn't
49.
running.
That was fucking fun.
Okay.
We didn't even understand the mechanics, and we beat it.
That's awesome. That's fun for you. That's like, you know what I said after we did that was 2-hour session or 2.5-hour session. I said,
you said, great job, everyone. Thanks.
I said,
everyone
I would
like,
never play this game.
First place,
we died once.
We died
once. 50 rounds. We died once.
Okay.
That's not fun to me. That's not fun to me.
We died once because we had some.
I'm wired differently.
Hold on, you old guys.
Hold on. Don't even say that. Now you're fibbing a little bit.
Neo was like, guys, come pick up weapons.
How many times did you die? How many times did you die? At least 15.
Start the level?
At least 15. We had to restart the level once. But you died like 15 times. We had to revive you.
Bro, I literally had to tell you guys, Neo, leave. One of you guys would come over and I'd be like, no, get out of here. Why the fuck would I want to just sit with you guys and just stare at a wall? You guys are just shooting a wall.
Hold on. Let me bring this back real quick.
Let me go have fun over here by myself.
Let me bring this back real quick. What we're talking about here is we're talking about experience as a whole, right? Is it totally different if it's easy versus medium? In that case, when we're talking about Horde mode, that's very dynamic. I would say yes, the experience can differ greatly. A game that is linear, I don't think it matters. Yeah, that's where I start to side with Neo, where I'm like, if I play Call of Duty on easy versus
you still
veteran,
get the same experience.
No, because most enemy AI is dynamic anyway.
Now, what I will give up on, without giving a little bit on,
this is next gen AI.
Without giving a little bit on, is that maybe it's game specific, because there are some games that are just cookie cutters and you're just hitting the milestones, right? You're just hitting the milestones. So I get that. But in a lot of games, I think the experience is different. Like if the game is too easy, then sure, you got the narrative, but I don't think you got the full game experience. That's just me.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny about this? You guys obviously grew up in an era where games were super hard.
No, they wasn't hard. Sonic. There was no levels.
It wasn't.
Zelda. There's no easy mode on Zelda. There's no.
Hold on. Let me just say this.
They were designed to be difficult.
Let me just say this.
They were designed to be difficult.
No, it has nothing to do with difficult. It has nothing to do with difficulty. He's blowing smoke up your ass. At the end of the day, it was time consuming. It was whether you had the time to put in. It was the time to master that I need to make this jump, and I needed to time it exactly right. And if I didn't time that jump, I was gonna have to start.
No, you know why that's not true, Neo? Is because to this day, most people haven't beaten Mario Part 1. You know what I'm saying? To this day, most people haven't beaten Mario 3 because those games, people don't even intend to beat them. You just play them as long as you can. Like Mario Galaxy.
But I just said that. I just said that it's a test of time. I just said that.
No. But what I mean is, you cannot get that star. There's no hard or easy mode. The 239th star, there's no other way around it. You're going to have to master this thing.
See, some people,
I think it is hard.
But I just said that. It's a matter of time, whether you have the time to do it.
It's funny because some people look at those games that were made in like the 80s and they're like, wow, these games, they don't make them like they used to. They're designed so much better than they last 2 generations or 3 generations ago than they are now. But you guys are being hoodwinked and bamboozled. You know why? Because the game developers intentionally made the game more difficult to pad the amount of time you spent on it, to justify the $80, by the way, that you spent on a cartridge for Super Mario 64 or whatever. Because back then games were way more expensive.
Guys, it's all relative.
So they had to justify it.
Dude, but it's all relative, though. Like, when you're comparing Horizon Dawn now to Donkey Kong. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
At the end of the day, if you guys want the achievements, if you guys want that extra challenge to say yes,
there you go.
But
to me, that's the point of the game, though. I thought it's a challenge.
But this is where I disagree with everyone here. Is that I don't care what you guys want to play, your motives for playing the game. I care about my motives. And if I get the experience that I wanted out of playing the game, why do you guys care? Why do I care?
That's the thing, we don't.
No, you do. You do. You know why you do? Because you spend 2 hours checking Sonic's achievements, and you spent 1 hour checking my achievements. Give me a break.
I know the PS4 interface is clunky, but it's not that clunky where it takes me 2 hours.
No, you know what it does? Hold on. It does take you 2 hours because you got to go achievement by achievement to be like, okay, well, I finally found one that I beat you at.
Mm-hmm. No. Wait a second. Is that what this is really about, though? Did Smooth beat both of you guys? Some games?
Yo,
like he just beat a game in more difficult.
Yes. And you know what Smooth did?
The truth comes out.
No, I told him I reached chapter 21 of Uncharted, right? So you know what he did? He went and put in like
you couldn't lower
the
difficulty
days
anymore.
He
It's like I'm already on easy and I can't beat it. I'm gonna give
gaming just to say I reached chapter 22.
No, I beat the game. I didn't just
yes.
reach chapter
The last chapter is chapter
I get it.
22.
Okay, so guys, basically what I'm
23.
hearing is that a couple of us, when we play basketball, we like playing on the 10-foot hoop, and a couple of us like playing with the girls' WNBA ball and the 6-foot from the junior high. So I get what we're saying. All right, we're all playing basketball. It doesn't matter how. I want to thank everybody for that was extremely sexist. I wish I hadn't used the WNBA.
Jesus, man. You're going to hear it in the comments.
I want to thank everybody. If you're pissed off about the WNBA thing, make sure to leave a comment. If you like what you saw, like the video, subscribe to 3 Men and a Baby Face. We're going to get the hell out of here. Don't play games on casual mode. We're out of here. Peace.
Play whatever you want.
The